Hello guys, this is Alex Gomez from Gomez Art 3D and welcome back to my channel. On today's video we're gonna sculpt and stylize version of Taylor Swift. So why Taylor Swift? Well, not only she's one of the most iconic artists of our time, but her signature look, bold lips, cuteness, sharp eyes and flowing hair makes her the perfect inspiration for a stylized character. Plus, blending music and art always sparks creativity. So let's dive into it. Every sculpt starts with a blank slate, in this case a simple dynamic sphere, that I start going and stretching and pulling the sphere to create the general shape, like the head. So it's just the basic structure. Then I use the polyspheres to create the torso, the shoulders, the arms, and once I have everything done, I dynamesh everything to combine and be a simple one-piece shape. I add some details, kind of like work on some proportions with the clay buildup, just to keep that form. This is an stylized character. Proportions matters, but they don't have to be anatomical correct. So that's one of the things that I focus on in working with these proportions, using masking, using the move brush, adding some details, but no details as much. I start carving the jawline, detailing the jawline, carving the eyes, the mouth, adding the nose with clay buildup and just move them around. It's just building a strong foundation. So once the shape is done, I start blocking out like a key special features. In this case, for Taylor Swift, that means sculpting her distinctive nose, her expressive eyes, and also starting forming her signature lips. And I keep sculpting and adding some details, but those ones are not the real details. I kind of like get the likeness with dynamesh and I know sometimes you're gonna feel that you're doing this step twice, but now I'm just gonna ready for ZRemesher. And why ZRemesher this character? Is very crucial because it takes all the messy dynamesh topology and reorganizes into something cleaner and easier to work. Plus you have those details from dynamesh, so the ZRemesher is smart enough that it's going to start recognizing those loops of the geometry that you have with the kind of like the details that you did in the dynamesh. So I refine the face, I sharpen the eyes, the nose, smoothing out the lips, carving the smile just to give her more personality, adding the eyebrows with the extract tool, and slowly building up the details while keeping this cartoonish stylized style. I add some colors because adding some colors it gives more likeness to it, so I find that it gives personality a little bit more, so you can just compare with your model way more. I paint the eyes using the brush standard without the CAD, just the RGB, and I paint the eyes just to give more of an expression of the character I'm doing. I keep adding details with the main form in place. So for the eyes I kind of like do a lot with the easy pinch, that you can find those brushes that I have, stylized brushes, in my description below. And Taylor's hair especially is fun to sculpt because of its movement and flow. I use brushes like the snake hook, the move brush, the dam standard sometimes, the clay buildup, just to kind of like get that form and that flow, because it has a really nice flow of the hair. I think probably that was one of the most amazing, not amazing, but the fun moments that I had is just sculpting her hair. Super fun. For the eyelashes I do the same, mask, extract, ZRemesh, put some color, and do the same for the bottom and the top of the eyelashes. And this is just for the simple shape. Then I create like different tools to add a little bit more detail on those eyelashes. As you can see, sometimes I zoom out, look at the proportions, start moving. It's always like a work in progress, like, oh, I have it ready, I'm gonna poly paint and it's ready the character. No, you always have to go back and forward to it. I paint the lips, I add some painting in the cheeks, the Polypaint. It's so cool to do in the character. It's just kind of like adding that blush of the cheeks, those shadows around the eyes for the depth. The lips get a bold red to match that tailored iconic style. I give and also give the hair some color as well. For the Polypaint, it's so cool to add freckles as well. It gives a lot, but I will add them after. Then I create a shirt, which is pretty cool. I just extract, remesh, and extrude. I really like it. Just kind of like it's super simple to it. Then after the shirt is done, I start working on the eyelashes, giving those details. So this is what I'm doing. I just create a polysphere, and then I just use the curve brush and I give it like a curve. Then I duplicate it and form kind of like my own subtool there, and I keep duplicating, just kind of like to add, duplicate the scale, and then I duplicate that one, the little one, and I add the ones at the bottom of the eyelashes, just to give like more details to it, and it's gonna look nicer. So those ones kind of like are my final touches. Add some details to the shirt, the eyelashes, then add some details to eyebrows, and then I'm just gonna go with one of the first parts that I like the most, which is organizing the hair and start working on the hair. So for the hair, what I do for the hair, I just ZRemesh the hair, and after ZRemesh it, I use the easy hair strands. You can find this brush for sale in my store for $5, and I start using the strands and getting the same flow, almost the same flow that I have before. For my hair that I block out, I have the same flow with the curves that I use for those hair strands. Those hair strands that I have there, they have individual polygroups. So there's different clumps. You see one clump, but in reality there are kind of like 6 or 7 clumps in there. Different sizes as well, so you can move them around and you can stylize them as much as you can. So the idea of here, once you have those ones ready, you're gonna go to polygroups, auto groups, and look. Now you have so many strands there that is gonna get that flow and that fluidity of the hair way more amazing. And here it is. Here she is, our stylized cartoon version of Taylor Swift. This sculpt represents how you can take inspiration from icons and transform them into something unique. Whether you're a beginner or advanced sculptor, remember that every great piece starts with a simple shape. And it evolves step by step. Don't rush it, enjoy the process, and keep creating. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more sculpt tips, and let me know in the comments would you like me to sculpt next. See you next time.